Я жую любимую жвачку. Так, здравствуйте всем. Короче, я собрался играть в Getting Over It. Это старенькая игрушка, конечно, но в нее многие стримеры играли. Я решил, почему бы и мне не поиграть. Ну так вот, короче. Из-за этого... Ну,
кушал давно? Крошки?
это я. Я сдох. Да боже. Да боже. Это тяжело. Это... Так, аккуратненько. Так-то... Оп! Вот еще раз. Нет.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up.
Всем привет.
If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here. Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazzle, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer.
Я опять выжил.
That act of climbing,
Мне
in the
везет.
digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player
Я стою. Так.
is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
Я залез!
Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
Вот так. Прям мощно такой вообще. Так, вот так. Сюда опускаемся. Вот так-то. Вот. Да. Отпуститься. Все, я опустился, ура. Шик.
The
Готово.
obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating.
Шу.
But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating
Нет.
game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new...
Есть. Кто сейчас на стриме? Скажите,
obstacle,
пожалуйста.
and I'd build it, test it,
Ага, да блин.
and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Я падаю.
When you're
Нет.
building a video game world, you're building with ideas.
А,
And that can be like working
нет,
with quickset
нет,
cement.
нет, нет, нет,
You
нет.
mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock.
Ура!
And at
Я
that
не
point,
дам
you
себе
can't
так
change the
просто
world.
проиграть.
Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Вот так. Я взберусь на любое препятствие. Нет.
Oh, you just lost a lot
Я
of progress.
упал.
That's a deep
Нет.
frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та-та. Бесячая игрушка. Шух. Шух. Начало по факту должно быть легким. Шух. Весло. Нет! Весло, ну ты предатель, конечно. Амунгасовец, ё-моё. Так. Так, давайте вот так вот. Оба. Там вообще люди эту игру проходят за 1,5 минуты. И то даже быстрее. Нет! Нет! Нет, я не предатель, ты еще бы. Хоп. Да ёп,
Oof,
корните.
sorry about that.
Жух. Я мускулистый чел. Давайте вот так. Я стриптизер. Туруру, 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 туруру. Смотрите, как я могу. Тарарара, тарарам, тарара. Замешиваем зелье. Так, замешиваем зелье. А теперь мы берем такие. Да ёпрный театр. Я сказал, делаем вот так. Мы делаем вот так, вот так, вот так. Потом мы делаем вот так. Вот так, я сказал, мы делаем. Вот так. Вот так. Вот так. Вот так мы делаем. Ах ты ж говнюк. Ах ты ж говноедская гора. Очень бесячая игра. О. Шух. Нет.
Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying. Don't let it get to you.
Жух. 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 А. Ах ты ж говноедская гора. Активности в чате 0. Просто вообще ни единого сообщения. Это что такое? Это... У меня вообще кто-нибудь смотрит? Смотрит. А, это я, наверное, да? Напишите в чат, кто сейчас на стриме. Ладно. Getting over it. Не буду стримить. Я вообще стримить не буду.